Namaste. Namaste. Hi everybody. As you can see, I have Bo here with us today. And I have an energetic morning yoga sequence that is quick and effective that will leave us feeling energized and ready for our day. So you won't need any equipment today, just you and your mat. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start standing at the front of our mat in mountain pose. So feet about hip distance apart, slight bend in those knees, standing up tall. Inhale, reach high up towards the sky. And exhale, arch backwards, just ever so slightly. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward fold. Tipping from the hips, slight bend in the knees. We're going to go ahead and walk it out here, straightening one leg, bending the other, creating some movement in our joints. Next, inhale, come up to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Now inhale, you can either step or hop back into a plank, or if you are pregnant like me, you can just come down to your knees. And we're going to go ahead and chaturanga. So elbows close to the side, just brushing past the torso, bringing your chest down towards the mat. And inhale, either to a cobra, which is belly flat on the mat, and just pushing up with your hands and squeezing up through your back just to come up ever so slightly. Or inhale to an upward dog where you're pushing up through your hands, slight bend in the elbows. You're coming off of your knees, gazing up with your chin, big chest stretch. And exhale, either coming through from your knees into downward dog or curling over your toes to a downward dog position. So tailbone up high, pushing the torso towards the thighs. Heels pushing towards the mat, slight bend in those elbows. Go ahead and walk it out here, straightening one leg, bending the other. And we're going to go ahead and inhale, bringing up the right leg high up to the mat, high up to the sky, And exhale, knee to chest, and then set it down in between your hands. We're going to go ahead and inhale, rise up to a warrior one. So staying high up on that back heel, up on the toes, hips squared, pulling back the right hip, pushing forward with the left hip. Exhale, warrior two. So just pivoting onto that back heel, tucking the tailbone, pushing that right knee out towards the right pinky toe, arms out parallel, gazing over the middle finger, shoulders away from the ears. Good, we're going to go ahead, we're just going to swing that back arm up, pivot back on the foot to warrior one again. Squaring off the hips. Now we're going to go into a warrior three. So, using core strength and balance, we're going to go ahead and inhale, pushing into that right foot, coming light on that back foot, lifting it up, squeezing up with that left glute, dropping the torso down, using counterweight here. So counterweight from that back leg and from the torso. Bringing the arms either parallel to the side or straight out in front of you, squaring off the hips. Gazing at a point on the floor in front of you that can help you hold your balance. Breathe deep. Making sure to squeeze up with that glute. Okay, and on your next inhale, just swinging that back leg through. If you need to set it down for a second, that's fine. Otherwise, if you can, bring it through and bring it up so that your knee is bent and it's just lifting off the mat. Now we're going to go ahead and just set it right down next to the other foot. we're going to go ahead and go into a chair position. So feet either directly together or slightly apart. We're going to sit back in those heels, dropping our bottoms down. Straight back here, tucking the tailbone, arms up by the ears. Now making sure all your weight is in your heels. So bringing your toes up, literally physically off of the mat, can help you really focus on keeping your weight in your heels. Sitting down as low as your body will let you. Good. Inhale, stand up. Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and do that sequence onto the other side. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend slightly back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, jump or hop back to plank, or just come to your knees. We're going to go ahead and exhale, drop our chest, chaturanga, bringing our chest down to the mat. And inhale, either cobra or an upward dog. And exhale, either coming through from our knees or rolling over our toes into downward dog. Good, now bringing that left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Knee to chest and setting it down in between the hands. We're going to go ahead and inhale, rise up, pulling back that left hip, pushing forward with the right hip, feeling that stretch in our right hip flexor. Arms up. And exhale, pivot onto that back heel. Warrior two, tucking that tailbone, bringing that left knee out to that left pinky toe. Making sure our front heel is in line with the back arch of the back foot. Arms parallel, gazing over that middle finger. Breathing deep. Okay, on your next inhale, swinging the back arm around, pivoting back on to those toes of the back foot. Warrior one, arms up. All right, now warrior three. So getting heavy in that left foot, coming light up on that right foot. Pushing forward off of that foot, squeezing up from our glute. Bending forward, hands overhead or alongside, whatever is comfortable. Gazing at a point to keep you balanced. You have to set the foot down. Go ahead and just come right back into it then. Inhale, swinging the foot through, bending the knee, bringing it up, and just setting it down next to the other one. Go ahead and shake it out, and then we're going to come back into that chair posture once more. So, sitting back into the heels, knees parallel to each other, pointing up the toes if that helps you put the weight more in your heels, tucking the tailbone, arms up along the ears. Try to go a little bit lower. And inhale, rise up. Go ahead and bring the arms around, heart to heart center. Shake out your legs. And we're going to go ahead and just bring this, I'll be mirroring you now, so that left leg, so that your legs are wide on the mat. We're going to go ahead and do a wide-legged forward fold. So have a slight bend in those knees. Stay tall through the torso and the spine. And go ahead and just exhale. Tip from the hips. Bringing your torso towards the mat. you have some stretching, you can place your hands or your fingertips onto the mat. Go ahead and do so. Make sure that your feet are also pointed inward. So they're at a slight angle with your toes pointing in. Making sure you're just bending from those hips. If you have more of a stretch, you can grab your your big toes with your peace fingers, so your pointer finger and your middle finger. Grabbing around them, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, actively pull. Pulling your torso towards your thighs. Good. Inhale, pushing back up into those fingertips. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and rise up, staying strong through that spine, reaching up with the arms. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we're going to go ahead and just pivot on the feet. So now bringing the heels in so that our toes are now at an angle pointing outward. We're going to go ahead and go into our goddess position. So tuck the tailbone under. Imagine like you're scooping it under. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, palms together. And exhale, drop down with those hips, bending at the knees, keeping that tailbone tucked, spine tall, shoulders away from ears, goddess position. Coming down as low as your body will allow you today in this moment. Taking an inhale, lengthening. Exhale, going down just a bit more. We're going to do that one more time. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, going down just a bit deeper. Your legs should be shaking here. That's our prana, or our heat, or our energy that we are building in our body that will leave us feeling energized for our day. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, push up, straighten the legs. Go ahead and just rock your hips out, side to side. Alright, good. Go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and walk heel toe the feet in towards each other to about hip distance apart. Toes, again, at a slight angle outward. We're going to go ahead and inhale, reach up. Exhale, squat all the way down into a yogic squat. Pushing our knees outward with our elbows. Beautiful way to start our day is with a squat, a nice deep squat to open the hips and open the pelvis. Just get things moving around. Make sure you're staying tall through the spine here. And breathe. We're going to go ahead and inhale, bring the palms towards the mat. Exhale, come onto the hands and just bring the knees down to touch the mat. We're going to go ahead and go into frog position, so a good inner thigh stretch here. So walking the knees out to where is comfortable. Keeping the feet, the inner sides of the feet, so the arches, onto the mat. You're going to go ahead and just have your heel and your ankle directly in line with that knee. I will go sideways so hopefully you can see better what I'm talking about. So ankle directly off of knee, straight line there. Go ahead and rock back and forth and find where you feel that biggest stretch in the inner thighs. So mine's right here. Once you're there, find some stillness. And you can also come down to your elbows if you would like. Maybe setting that forehead down onto your hands in prayer position. Good. Go ahead and inhale. Push back up onto those hands. Go ahead and walk your knees in towards the midline. So we're going to be in a tabletop position. We're going to go into a couple bird dogs now. So we're going to go ahead and raise that right leg, squeezing up from the glute. Toes pointed down towards the mat. Hi, buddy. We're going to raise that left arm so you're counterbalancing. So opposite arm, opposite leg lifted, squeezing up from that glute. And exhale, round through the spine, bringing the elbow and the knee to touch. Strong and controlled inhale, extend. Extend out long. Exhale, knee touches elbow. Inhale one more time, out long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out long. And exhale, just set it down. Opposite leg. Left leg lifting, squeezing up from the glute, toes pointed towards the ground. Right arm lifted. High bud. Exhale, knee to elbow. Elbow. Thanks, baby. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, set it down. Go ahead and just rock side to side here, bringing in some movement. Now we're going to go ahead and just cross our ankles, walking our hips over our feet. You're so loving, aren't you? Now if you would like and you have the time, go ahead and roll all the way onto your back with your palms facing up towards the sky, face relaxed and eyes closed, lying in Shavasana. If you don't have time, you have to get going with your day, meet me here in a comfortable seated position. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Thank you all so much for doing something for yourself today and taking this time to benefit your body, your mind, and your soul. I hope you all have a beautiful day and are left feeling energized. Namaste.